Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of season 2 of the podcast Society and Stuff with your host, Joseph Eisman. The musical introduction of this podcast is brought to you by Blue Dot Sessions. The name of the song is Celestial Navigation, a really great piece of music that I think fit the mode for this podcast. The topic of this episode is about fitness and health. That is why I have a guest. She is the health developer, CEO, and founder who has participated from a very young age in fitness competitions. But appearances and result fixations did not appeal to her. Instead, she wanted to help individuals feel good and get in shape in a healthy and sustainable way. Through education and a general interest in health and wellness, she has created a health and weight loss concept that is unique and in use for 20 years. The concept is called Holistic WAW Strategies, where weight loss, anti-aging, and well-being are in focus. Holistic WAW Strategies is also the name of her business. She says that good health is a basic prerequisite for all individuals' opportunity to develop to their full potential and thus be able to contribute to the common development of society. She has more than 25 years of experience in exercise, nutrition, and mindfulness. Her passion in her professional life is to help and inspire individuals to live healthy and feel good. She is a trained personal trainer, nutrition and health advisor. People who influenced her view of health are two American doctors named Dr. Andrew Weil and Dr. Andrew Huberman, and of course her teachers from the nutrition education Martin Brunberg and Frederick Paulun. I say welcome to Katrin Georges. Hello, Katrin. How are you?
Hi, Joseph. I'm fine. How are you?
I am good, thank you. How does it feel being on this podcast?
Well, I'm really excited. Thank you for having me.
Have you been on a podcast before?
Yes, I have been on a podcast twice with a friend of mine, also talking about health and fitness and wellness. So it's really a highly interesting topic that I gladly speak about.
Yeah, I understand. You have a long experience within health and wellness, and I think that the listeners are eager to listen to the podcast and about fitness and health and how it is in society and etc. So definitely. I have a couple of questions that I am gonna ask during this interview, but before we begin with the questions, I'm thinking that we can begin with a bit of an introduction. If you could tell about yourself. Who is Katrin Georges?
Yeah, so I work as a health developer and I am a founder of Holistic Wow Strategies, where I help individuals take more balanced and holistic approach to their health and weight. I spent many years working as personal trainer, nutrition and health advisor. That's a little bit about my background.
Mhm. What made you choose to work within health and wellness?
Yeah, well, I've always been interested in the health and different variations of health, mental health, physical health, emotional health. Something that has always fascinated me that is how the body and mind connection work. That's a little bit why I choose to work with this. Over the years, I've pursued further education and worked with people and gained the valuable insight into what it really means to live a balanced, healthy life. It's been a very rewarding journey, and I feel so grateful to be able to share it with others. And I love to help people to get in their full potential through being healthy and, living balanced life. For me, it's about making difference in people's life. It's always been that. I remember that before I took my education, I was thinking, what am I gonna do with my future? I was maybe in my 20s. It was always satisfying me when I was helping my friends, and people close to me with their exercise and with their habits. So that is very rewarding to me, to see how people can develop and getting healthier.
Mm. I am guessing that you work with a lot of clients. You have maybe like a large clientele, or maybe you do not share this for security reasons, but do you have any example that you can share about how it was, which clients like you have worked together with? Do you have any example from any clients that you can share?
Yeah, I have many examples. I've worked with many different types of people through the years. I've worked with, people who were more motivated, and with people who were less motivated, and people who had really bad health and were in really bad shape. Just, different variations of people. Somehow I love to work with people that are not that motivated. I love to get them motivated to get to exercise and change their lifestyle habits. So yeah, there are a lot of examples actually. It depends on what you mean.
Well, I mean, like, if you have any example from a client that you have worked with, or just that, like a story that you want to share,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, so yes, of course I have. And one of them I remember very well. She was my client for a few years. We worked out together. In the beginning, when she started to be my client, she was actually in good shape, and she was in her 50s maybe, but she refused to run. I'm not advocating, for long distance running, but I think it could be good for health to make some interval training, like walking for a while and running for a short time. She didn't want to do that. At the end of the first 2-3 months we exercised together, she ended up loving to run. That is very exciting to see on a client when you come down to meet them and she was standing already on the treadmill and running while before she was refusing to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are many stories like that. Another one is a guy who had bought a very expensive membership at the gym I worked. He didn't come. He never came to the gym. He maybe visited the gym once or twice in a year. And he was about to drop out, and my boss told me, "Can you talk to him?" And I said, "Oh, yes." So I called him, and he didn't want to come, and he was always busy. And, finally we met. To get him from not even wanting to meet me to being at the gym twice a week, that is really motivating and very rewarding for me. And people can change. You can always change your habits at any age. It's really positive in that way.
Definitely. Age is just a number, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can start at any age, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
maybe, our brains, they are designed to adapt and create new habits at any age. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are. If you are in really bad shape or not, it doesn't matter. So you just need to do it. So I like the Nike
Slogan.
the slogan. Yeah,
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah. I mean, well, I think that applies to everything. I mean, just
Yeah.
do it. If something needs to be done, doesn't have to be fitness related, or, I
No.
mean, in general, just do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just take the first step.
Yeah.
Yeah, and many ask me that. Well, I'm waiting to get motivated first, and my answer is always start, and you will be motivated later. Motivation comes from first doing what you're not motivating to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have it all figured out there, and it's fun hearing different stories of how when you meet others, like how their minds that they have already made up. As you mentioned, it's just about doing it.
Exactly.
That the motivation will come to you if you just start. Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't figured out everything. That's far from it. I'm still learning.
Well, I mean,
you have a lot to learn because they come with new science every day, so we need to keep learning.
I mean, we are all learners, so we learn new things daily. New things every day.
Yeah, that should be the main focus, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. If we move on to the next question, you have probably seen in the eye of the public media, in some social medias, how the meaning of what fitness really is all about, like that it has changed. So the next question is, what do you think of the way how fitness has changed over the years?
I think fitness changed a lot. I mean, in the past, people stayed active naturally through workout and daily life, maybe through their own type of work, if they had maybe heavily kind of work. And now we have gyms, we have workout apps and all kinds of fitness trends. Some are really good and helpful, and it's more accessible for everyone basically now with the fitness apps and online classes and social media. So people can easily find resources and routines that fit their daily life and needs. But on the other hand, it's gotten also maybe too much focus on making money in some ways. So the focus has shifted toward appearance rather than health also. That's some differences. So it could be misleading sometimes, but mostly I think it has been a positive development, but before we moved naturally more because we were not that attached to media, social media and internet. Children were more outside playing, and I would love to see that again, actually, that parents are more...
They are more allowing their children to
I would
go
love
out
to
and
see
move.
that parents have more control of the internet, the use of internet and games and all of that, and that parents push their children out to play or being active.
Absolutely. Katrin, we used to go out and play, right? Before we were born before the era of iPhones and smartphones, and so we used to play.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't remember that I spent hours in front of TV. We were out all the time, and that was really refreshing and healthy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we did have TVs and phones before, but not as available as now, and the technology was not that advanced as now. So absolutely, it has changed throughout the years.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned about apps and how the idea of what fitness should be all about, like the way of thinking about what fitness should all be about, that it has changed. And we will be talking a bit more about that because there are a couple of questions regarding that. I think it's very important to highlight that and how it has changed throughout the years. Definitely. I see, for example, children from a very early age in front of their phones. So, I mean, for us, we were outside running, for example.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's actually a parent issue. Parents maybe should be more in control of the situation. But I understand it's difficult. I know it from myself. It's it's a fight.
Yeah. No, it's it is. And I mean, we are talking about the generational shifts
Exactly.
and how it has changed, how society has changed throughout the years. Definitely good. And as I mentioned, we will be talking a bit more about how the way of fitness, how it has changed throughout the years, and the way of how people are thinking about what fitness should all be about. If we move on to the next question, I don't know, do you have any social media accounts or so?
Yeah, I only have Facebook and LinkedIn, not others.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because,
enough.
no, understandable. No, because why I'm asking is, I mean, there are a lot of trends. I mean, that you can see. I, for example, who is always active on social media because I, need to be updated and I need to post things on social media to keep others updated. So I'm everywhere, So you can follow me everywhere. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's good. You can update me then.
Yeah. Right. No, so, and I mean, I see these trends, and we all see these trends that are just, they are freaky, and we question these if they are good. I mean, because they are quite disturbing. Maybe you have not seen them, but
No,
I
I
can tell
haven't
you.
seen, but sometimes friends send me some things, and it could be crazy things.
Yeah. And I can tell you some photos or some videos, they are just disturbing.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Yeah. So the next question is then, what do you think of the fitness trends that are being shown to the public? Are they realistic?
Yeah, so what I know, it's maybe two different kinds of trends. One is like fantastic because it encourage people to move and try new things and being healthy. I can see that as well. But then we have this other that is not realistic. They focus too much on quick results, which really can create unhealthy expectations instead of being realistic. So I think it's important to promote habits that are both sustainable and rooted in genuine health benefits. Yeah, we should remember that well-being is always the first and the last goal. Or when we start new things or trends or whatever, the goal should be wellness.
Definitely.
But I have to be honest, I haven't seen what you are speaking about, just, some videos that my friends sometimes send me. So I'm not very aware, but I know that it's really crazy out there.
Yeah, no, I understand that you have not seen since you are, outside of the social media world, but it's really crazy. I mean, we have bodies that are we are talking about going under the knife, those kind of surgeries, and that people are posting those on social media. We are also talking about drug-related sports and stuff like that. As you mentioned, crazy. It's very crazy. And as you mentioned, I mean, you can notice that on somebody when someone is high, and so you see that when they post a reel about it on their social media accounts, or when they write something, or when they post a photo about it. I mean, you can definitely see that. As you mentioned, it's all about well-being, but for some, I don't know, the mental state, it's not there. The mental state for people, the mental state is not there, and I do not know why. When I see what I see, as I mentioned to you,
so because some people, when they go to the surgeon for plastic surgery, maybe the first time they don't get questioned, but if you do it many times, many surgeons are realistic and they are genuine and they want to know if this person is doing it and they have a stable mental health, or are they just doing it just to feel something, or
And I mean, we have these TV shows as well. It's not only in the social media world, it's also TV shows. And there is this TV channel, I do not know if you have heard about it or watched it, TLC. No?
No, I don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV. Quite frankly, I do not even know why that TV channel exists, because
What's the name of it?
TLC. TLC.
Okay. Yeah.
To be honest, the kind of shows that they are showing, I mean, what are those shows?
You should have sent me all of those before the interview.
Yeah, right.
I could have watched them before.
Right?
Yeah.
I should have. I can send you them afterwards as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the next podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a wide topic to discuss, so maybe in another episode or something like that, we can talk about
the craziness.
Yeah. The craziness, right? The craziness of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I prefer to focus on the development things.
I prefer that as well. I am all about development as well, 100%. But you start questioning when you see things.
Yeah.
Some things that you see, I do not know. But,
we should always be updated, actually, but I think we shouldn't get too involved with it.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Trends come and go. So.
Correct. That's how it is. Yeah. Great. Then we can move on to the next question. Maybe this is a repetitive question. I do not know, but I'm going to ask it anyway. As I mentioned, we will be talking a bit more about trends, up and coming trends, and how the culture of fitness has changed throughout the years. And so we have these brands that are showing different types of beauty standards, and you need to have a figure like this, you need to be like that, or you need to eat this and that to stay like this. Or, for example, we have these influencers. I mean, influencer, that's the common job nowadays. Everyone can be an influencer. You just point out that you're an influencer and that's it. And when they show these standards of what beauty is about, I mean, that's also quite disturbing. It's freaky, it's disturbing, and so you start questioning. You start questioning everything, when you see these photos and reels on social media. So do you think that the beauty standards of today are realistic?
No, not always, because I feel that the standards of today, they often promote extremes, like whether it's extremely thin or sometimes glorifying unhealthy habits just to show that you are free to look however you want, and that's of course okay, but that it doesn't mean that that's healthy. And I feel that these standards don't reflect the diversity of healthy body types. It could be, like, I think, very harmful for the upcoming generation that is watching this, that is very involved in social media, and they are watching all of these every day. So it's great maybe to see more positive attitude toward health, and it's still a lot of pressure to look a certain way or being like somehow in either extremes. Yeah. So that's what I think. And I think maybe that beauty is about feeling strong and confident and healthy in your own body, and not fitting in some unrealistic view or ideal. So my advice is work hard, and nothing is for free, and respect and listen to your body, because people just want very fast solutions and quick fixes, and that's not real.
No, definitely. And we will be talking about this a bit more during this discussion, but the quick fixes, that seem to be what people want. I mean, the fastest way you can get result, the better. Exactly. Any result that you can get the fastest way, that's the better way. And we do have gyms that are promoting it. And as you mentioned, the glorification of it all, of, oh, we glorify these body standards, or we glorify that you have to look like this and that, or that you have to eat this and that. And you do not know what type of food it can be, or what type of things you are feeding yourself with, that you are putting inside of your mouth. I mean, what are these?
Exactly. As I said, the main thought should be that nothing is for free, and you should work hard to be in shape and in a good health, and listen to your body. That should be our main thought.
Yeah, definitely. I do not know if you heard about this specific trend. There is this company that's come up with they will come up with a new idea, within getting your teeth much more white, and teeth whitening. Like, the product is like this. You put looks like some kind of a nasty thing, like you see, that thing that just do not appeal to you, It's like grease, and you put this on your toothbrush, and you brush your teeth with it, and your teeth get whitened.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't heard about it.
There is a brand. They have come up with that strategy. Like, you put it's like grease, that you put on your toothbrush, and then you later brush your teeth with it. And what type of grease it is, nobody knows. It's just that you get your teeth white.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. So many crazy things.
Yeah. I mean, they are doing commercials about that. As I mentioned, everywhere.
I haven't seen it. You should send it to me. I'll
I can send it to you. Definitely. I mean, I would say the most natural way to get your teeth fixed, if you now really want to do that, would be through the dentist, if you want to but putting some grease on your teeth, it doesn't sound that appealing.
I know. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah. So, there are many things that are, we can discuss, but we have to move on to the next questions. And so if we move on to the next question, when it comes to the people within the leading field of health and wellness, what are your thoughts on their perception of regular beauty standards?
Yeah, well, I think it's a mixed bag. Some leaders are doing incredible job to promote healthier standards, which is really good to see. But others are still working in an outdated way and prioritizing appearance over actual health. But I believe that we need more voices advocating for realistic and sustainable wellness goals. So some leaders follow trends, and while others encourage balance and realistic health approach. But I think at the end, health is a personal responsibility, and we should always choose health and wellness before appearance.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned earlier, when in the beginning of this discussion, about people just wanting money for their job, and that you do not see any results because of quick fixes, or because of people not caring about, as you mentioned, the development throughout the whole fitness and wellness thing. And they only care about, how to get it faster done, how to get this and that done. Yeah, so
I would like to say that those people, they have been around always, because during those 25, 30 years I've been in the health business, it has always been someone who has this miracle solution for everything. And we know Now today, like 25, 30 years later, it didn't work because it's not here. That's why I think people should watch out for these solutions, and it's often about selling, not about giving a genuine solution for a problem.
No, definitely. As we have established so far on this discussion, anyone can be anything nowadays.
Yeah.
And anyone can be a pro at anything. Doesn't matter the type of knowledge that they behold or the experiences that they have had within that field. So it's very important to have that in mind. Definitely that you should take it with a grain of salt when listening to
absolutely, yes,
a certain group
yeah,
about what
definitely.
fitness and wellness is all about, and health.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And we have more information today than ever, but you really need to pick out the good stuff and leave the rest, and the true stuff, because some things are really crazy solutions. I mean, some client told me that he was on a diet before he came to me. He only ate bananas and drank coffee for 2 or 3 weeks. Water, coffee, and bananas. And he lost a lot of weight, but he gained them as fast as possible after that. So it's like crazy stuff people are promoting on social media. And many people are maybe naive. They want to try because they want solutions. Yeah.
So this guy, he only drank coffee and ate bananas, and that was his ideal of his
and
idea
water.
of what fitness, and water. Oh, he drank water.
He drank water as well, yeah.
Okay, so he did drink water. Okay.
Yeah, but that was someone who recommended this diet for him. Yeah, it wasn't his own thoughts. It was someone who told him that this is the way you will lose all the kilos.
Okay.
And he did. He lost a lot of kilos. It's not nothing I want you to do, but because he gained he gained back all the kilos plus more later.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it was some other things included in this diet. I don't know, like some spices or something else, but yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating. He just heard someone talking to him about doing that, and he just began doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because people, they are like, sometimes they are desperate. They want solution.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they don't think about the long consequences of that. It also have a lot of bad consequences on health to do such diets. It will disturb everything, the hormonal system, the mental health, everything, because you're losing a lot of very valuable nutrition and vitamins and, minerals through that time that you are on strange diets.
You're right, because the vitamins and the nutrition is also important.
Yeah.
They're equally as important as when,
Yeah,
if you
of course.
want. Yeah, so, okay.
And the good fats are really important for the mental health. Yeah. The good fats, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, the good fats. Are nuts one of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fish and nuts and olive oil, avocados. Yes. Omega-3.
I love the taste of avocado.
Yeah, it's really good. I
It's
love
very
it too.
nice. I can tell you about
I don't know many people who don't love avocado.
Right?
Yeah. Honestly, it's like everyone I know, they love it. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. I can mention to you when I went to Australia once. So I traveled to Australia, and the avocado there, it's so different compared to Sweden's, it's they import the avocado from different countries, or it is hard, like stone when you buy it from the grocery stores here in Sweden. I mean,
in Sweden, yeah.
Yeah, in Sweden, not in Australia. You bought it, and it was already fresh and soft when you already bought it from the grocery stores. So you could just peel off the skin,
Yeah.
and that was all. You didn't even have to use a knife.
Oh, Oh, so
for the
nice.
avocado,
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
if you needed to cut it in half. But I mean, the
Yeah.
skin of the avocado, you just peeled it with your bare hands,
Yeah, that's the best is if it's like locally produced.
right?
You have the best nutritions in it, actually.
And
All the
it's,
fruit and vegetables, if you can buy it locally produced, it is the best.
yeah, and it tasted good as well, I might add.
Yeah, I believe that. Now I need to go to, what did you say?
Yeah,
New Zealand?
Australia. You need to go
Australia.
to
Okay. Oh my
Australia.
God,
Yeah,
that's so far.
right. A
I,
day. It takes 24 hour. It
oh
takes
my
a
God.
day.
I can
Is it
make it to
24 or
Mexico.
25 hours? I think.
Wow. I can make it to Mexico. They have avocados as well, locally
Right.
produced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. If we move on to the questions, then you have probably seen when you are out shopping. Do you usually shop? Like, do you shop online or do you prefer to shop
Mm,
in a store?
both.
Yeah,
I use both. Sometimes I don't have time, so I order. But I like to go and try before. Yeah.
right. It's the feeling of having to try the clothes on before
Yeah.
buying it. Yeah, to
Yeah.
see if they fit. And yeah,
Exactly.
and then you have probably seen photos
Mm.
from different stores of
Mm.
different kinds of
Models.
models
Yeah.
and how body types should be, and
Mm. Yeah.
what you should do to stay in shape in that kind of way. And
Mm. Yeah.
so
Mm.
yeah, the next question is, are there any brands within the fashion industry that you think have a wrong perception of regular beauty standards?
Mm. Yes, I've seen like there are still some brands that are glorifying the unrealistic body types by using overly thin models. And I think that message can be damaging.
Mm.
That said, I'm happy also to see a progress in this field. And there are other brands that are embracing diversity, body diversity, which is maybe a step in the right direction, but we still have maybe a long way to go. Yeah, but I've seen some changes, positive changes.
There are positive changes, but there are still some
Yeah.
main concerns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some are still using the old models.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Because everyone is not that small and everyone is not that fit
Right.
either, I mean, there is something in between that is healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
It has changed throughout the years, I would say, as well, but I sometimes question that as well, because I do not know if it has changed in a good way. It's the same with like the social media stuff. Like, you look at some photos, you look at some pictures from famous brands, from big brands, and you start questioning, what were they thinking here,
Yeah.
because they have
Exactly.
these photos that are just
I agree.
disturbing.
Yeah, true. Yes, I don't remember, maybe it was in the 90s, and models, they were really unhealthy thin. Some of them, they were like maybe 175 or more centimeters, and their weight was maybe 50 kilos, and that is really thin.
In the 90s, well, I was a kid then, so but I'm a millennial, I might
Yeah.
add. For those who do not know,
Yeah, I'm a little
you,
older.
yeah, you are the MTV
70.
generation.
Yeah, exactly. 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
What?
was teenage in the 90s, so I remember a lot.
Right. You are, yeah, the 70s, you said. So, the Generation X, aka the MTV generation.
Okay. X generation.
Yeah. And I am Gen Y. aka millennials.
Yeah, and what is the Z generation? What's that?
Gen Z, that's the generation after me. So I can now tell them I'm older than you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah, they are born between 1997 and 2012. They are also called Zoomers. So Generation Z, aka Zoomers. The Z is for Zoomers, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the Generation Alpha. They are from 2013 and mid 2020s. But I read in the news a couple of weeks ago that, or was it a month ago, I think? Yeah, that Generation Alpha, ends in 2024. So after 2024,
Yeah.
with that said 2025, there is a new generation is born. Generation Beta.
Beta, okay.
Beta, yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what will happen to those?
They are, yeah, we are much more older than them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what we know for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Great. Nice having a laugh as well during
Yeah,
this
it's
this
important to
episode.
laugh
It's
for
important.
health,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
for the heart.
Right. Right. Yeah, this is what happens, folks, when you
Don't
during
sleep
and
well.
yeah, right.
You laugh a lot. Overtired.
Perfect. Then we can move on to the next question. So we have established brands having a wrong perception about regular beauty standards, and so and we have also established people within the leading field of health and wellness and how their approach, their perception is about regular beauty standards. So the next question is, being overweight has become one of the trending beauty standards of today, and unhealthy eating disorders are being diagnosed to individuals. Unfortunately, there are some groups who praise this instead of giving support and a lending hand of help. Do you believe in this trend, and what are your thoughts on its impact in the world?
No, I don't believe in that trend. It's concerning and it's not healthy. I believe that everyone deserves love and acceptance, and no matter what size they are. But to glamorize that unhealthy behaviors, whether it's being like overweight or struggling with disordered eating, it is harmful both mentally and physically. So instead of praising these extremes, we should focus maybe on educating children and youth about their health and what is a healthy approach towards their bodies. Yeah, and the goal should always be to balance and well-being, not celebrating some behavior that is negatively impacts health. Yeah. So the best approach is actually to focus on wellness rather than trends. And there again, there we have a personal responsibility, and also it's a parent responsibility when it comes to children and youth to direct their children and talk to them about what is healthy or what is too much. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is absolutely right. And I mean, again, we have these social media accounts, we have these influencers, as I mentioned. Being an influencer is common nowadays.
Yeah.
I would say, though, it depends what type of influencer you are. I mean, if it's for a good cause,
exactly,
yeah, that's the greatest. But if it's only for the sake of trend following, sake of only getting followers because of you are like this typical mainstream kind of person following these trends that are really not good blindly, and just for the sake of followers, getting followers, and so it depends, I might add, what kind of influencer you are.
And
definitely.
These influencers, it's not always about a balanced person who is a influencer, and it's really difficult to regulate who is out there and be an influencer. So maybe they are mentally ill and they are promoting something really bad, and you can't control that.
Right.
So
and that is what I want to reach out with this question, because people, instead of glorifying, they should be helping that person. Obviously, if there is a screw loose, or if there is someone who does not feel well mentally,
exactly.
Instead of glorifying it, saying, "Oh, you are doing such a great job at that. Oh, you are doing such a great job at being that weight, or being, etc." Or being those many kilos, instead of glorifying that.
Just stop watching them. That's what I would say. Stop
you can
watching
do
people
that.
who are promoting these kind of weird things. Because when
Right.
you stop watching them, then they will not have followers who are really the cause for them to get to be influencers.
Right. Definitely. So yeah, it's all about the sake of the attention. They got attention problem.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, you need to stop follow them. You need to stop follow them. You need to stop engage your time in following their daily life, because obviously they do not feel good. Not perfect. We have established a couple of questions. We established regarding people within the leading field of health and wellness and their thoughts of their perception of regular beauty standards. We have established brands within the fashion industry that might have a wrong perception of a regular beauty standards. And we have also established this idea of being overweight and how it has become a trend within the trending beauty standards of today, about these unhealthy eating disorders. Maybe this is a repetitive question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. What type of people should you watch out for when being given advices about health and wellness?
Well, no, it's not a repetitive question, actually, because it's it's a little bit different. I mean, what I think you should be really aware of anyone who promise a very, magical solution or extreme diet or some quick promise to lose weight or something else. It's really important to understand that health and wellness takes time and effort, and there are no shortcuts. And you should always, if you want help with your weight loss or with feeling better or anything else, you should look for qualified people to help you with that, and science-based information. Always take a holistic approach, because body, soul, and mind, it has a very interesting connection, so we cannot divide them. Remember that good advice should always consider your individual needs and long-term goals, for that matter. And a lot of influencers and companies just want to sell products. We should be aware of that too. It's always good to check where advice are coming from and listen to real experts. And establish good ground for long-term solutions, for sustainable solutions. And it's something that I always tell my clients: if it took many years to build up bad health, then it's just normal and natural to take a lot of time to build up good health. And it might take days, weeks, or months, maybe sometimes years, to get back on track. But often it doesn't take that much time. I mean, if you have been like building bad health for the last 5 or 10 years, it might take you 1 year to get on track again. So I think the body is great in that matter, it can heal itself. You can build it in a good way, in a healthy way again.
You got that right, and it's all about the way of getting wellness, and it's not about, as we have established during this discussion, it is not about the quick fixes. And as mentioned, anyone can be a pro within fitness and wellness and health, and it is very important to look at it from from a sustainable point of view, as you mentioned it. Also, be careful who you give your money to. I mean, it's some are just money takers. That's all.
Exactly.
Like, they promise you, it's all about the fake
Too
words,
much.
and they only take your money right out of your pocket because it's easier that way. It's very important to remember that, to have that in mind. Definitely.
Exactly. I think just to know that to get good health is establishing a very good ground through knowing how your body works and how to build healthy habits, and just building a good ground for a long future, not just for a few months or for a year or two. You need to have those keys to get a sustainable result.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
and something else, we are different. No one is like the other, but there are some facts that are like, some grounds that we all have the same, but we are different and we need different approach. I mean, it should be a holistic approach, but we need different maybe models or methods to have a good result for what we are trying to approach or trying to get.
Definitely. As you mentioned, the result, it varies from individual to individual. You need to look at it from an individualistic point of view. And for some it takes longer, and for some it takes just months or a couple of weeks. It all depends, as we have as established in the
there are a lot
conversation.
of processes in the body that we are totally different from each other, how they work. So that's why we should, as I said before, work hard but listen to your body in the same time.
Yeah, definitely. That's the most important part, to listen to the body.
Yeah. And I sometimes see two different extremes in that matter. People who don't listen to their body and they exercise too much, they eat strange food, thinking that this is a healthy way to approach wellness and health. And then you have those others that listen to their bodies too much, and they they don't feel like exercising for 1 day or 2 or for years because the body don't feel like it. So don't be in those extremes, please. It's not always about being tired. Sometimes it's just laziness. For me, how to know if I'm lazy or if I'm really, really tired? I go up and do it anyway when I feel tired. And if I, after a while, I get energy, then I know it was about laziness. But if I feel that this was really too heavy or exhausting, then I know maybe my body need to rest. And I listen to that too.
Do you believe in the body showing signs in mysterious ways somehow, or in different shapes or forms? Yeah, when it comes to how the well-being is.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Do you believe in the body showing signs in any shape or form when it comes to the well-being? It can be the mental well-being as well as when you are also sick, have a fever or something like that, but it can be shown in all sorts of ways.
Yes, I definitely think that. I think that we have really smart bodies. We don't only have smartphones. We have smart bodies, and our bodies, they show when you need to rest and when you need to move and when you need to stop with some bad habits. The problem is not if our bodies are giving us signals. The problem is that we are not listening. And the more you listen, the more attentive you get. And the less you listen, the less you get those signals, because what you are doing is you are shutting up those signals the less you listen to your body. Yeah, and I have seen many fitness people. They get themselves injured because the body is always telling when you should stop. I mean, if you exercise too much, that is not healthy as well. And some people, they don't listen, just pause and rest. And, then they injure themselves somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Maybe that's a new brand in your business, a smart body.
Yeah, why not? I'll
A
write it down.
smartphone, is smartphone a registered brand? I think it is it? You can register smart body
Exactly.
by Holistic WAW Strategies.
Nice name.
Right?
Yeah.
All about the sustainability.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then we have established that question, and we can move on to the next question. In some countries, the way of living is different. It varies depending from country to country. And we have developed countries like Sweden, where everything is, practically served, or it is served. And then we have developing countries. Countries that are still in process, and that has not developed as much as specific countries. It can be shown in the way that the individuals are living in the country. For instance, in Africa countries, they do everything physical. It's physical work, for example, while in Sweden we have offices you can work in, or you have jobs that are, you sit a lot during work. So if we move on to the next question, then in other countries, the way of living a healthy lifestyle is different. Some may not live a healthy lifestyle at all. What are your thoughts about it, and why is that?
Yeah, it is. It could be really big differences, and how much lifestyle can be different based on culture and environment and resources as well. In some countries, movement and fresh, whole foods are just normal. It's a part of life. While others face challenges like processed food being more accessible than healthier options. Also, for regular movement, as you said, like here in Sweden, we have many people sitting in offices all days. So it's extra important to get movement in the daily work, like schedule it. I think the key is to meet people where they are and provide like solutions that fit their unique situations, as I do. I develop like a health program that fits this specific kind of job. Health can look different. I totally agree for everyone, and small positive changes can always make a big difference. Ultimately, being healthy, both mentally and physically, is always about taking a holistic approach for long-term results. It's more difficult in some countries, like the West, like Sweden and the US and other European countries.
Definitely. And I mean, when it comes to a developed country like Sweden, mental illnesses are getting increased instead,
Yeah.
because there are many things that are not good as well in Sweden. Like, it can be norms in society, or it can be the way of living, or that specific things are just meant to be that way because that is how it has been built up, for instance. So it varies between countries, and while in African countries, maybe they are happier because they do a lot of things outside and with their bare hands person with their, instead
Yeah.
of sitting in front of a computer on the desk in the office the whole day,
Yeah, and they are doing things. They are planting their foods, and they are out in the sun and fresh air, and all of that have an impact on health and wellness. So, and I think making life easier as we have it here in Sweden by digitalizing everything and by making like quick solutions and nice solutions actually for many things. It's not always good for health.
No.
Sometimes we need to do it by ourselves,
When it comes to the digitalization, individuals are getting divided because of that.
Yeah.
Because if you cannot function in a society where everything has to be digital, you are left outside. If you can handle it, congrats, you are inside of society. You are following the typical norm that is, supposed to be fit in society to handle these digital softwares and etc.
Yeah.
It is a double standard because at the same time, politicians and decision makers are saying there should not be any discrimination in our country and etc. etc. But isn't it discriminatory if some individuals who cannot handle this digitalization in their daily life are being left outside?
Absolutely. It is.
While the ones who can handle it are being praised because, oh, congrats, you are so smart, you can handle it. But I mean,
exactly.
You should not look at individuals that way. I mean, it's a double standard. What are your
Absolutely,
thoughts
it
on
is.
that?
Yeah, I think it's double standard. And me personally, I don't trust that everything should be digitalized. I think it has some risks that come with it. And I'm not sure that it should be that way totally, I have many thoughts on that, but I'm not gonna share them here.
I mean, feel free if you want to share them.
No, don't feel free.
No, you don't. This is a free space. I mean, we talk about whatever that pleases you.
Yeah, I know. No, but I really don't trust that everything should be digitally, I think that we should have also real life solutions. And I don't think that we should get rid of money, I don't think that we should have only or handle everything through payment through the banks. I think we should have cash still, that's one thing I am really concerned about, and I think people should be concerned.
I mean, yeah, individuals are being concerned about it in society. When it comes to this whole cash situation, it's all about control. I mean, whatever the decision makers may say, politicians may say, it's all about control.
Yeah, because you shouldn't leave your rights to anyone, anyone. I mean, you can't trust people. We can love people, but we don't have to trust the politicians and the people being in power, they
right. Yeah.
Some I trust, but some I don't trust. So that's why I feel that we should be careful. I don't mean that I don't trust anyone. That's not what I meant. I mean, I would rather be careful than not.
Yeah, I think that's a positive way of thinking, I would say. I mean, it's I do not think it's you are not being judgmental in any way or something. I mean, I think most of the individuals are thinking that way. Most of individuals are thinking that way, definitely. We do have a bit of a problem when it comes to decision makers and people with the higher power and their way of thinking. They are living in a bubble, unfortunately. Yeah. You mentioned also about not being able to pay with cash and that everything has to be by card, or even worse now, depending on how you look at it, you have your bank card on your phone, Apple Pay. Everything, I mean, if you lose your phone, you lose your life. That's it. Yeah. So everything has to be through the phone. I mean, some are using their phone for that, fine, but some are not using it because of, can be lack of interest, or it can be because they really do not understand
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
And I see two different kinds of people. Those who jump on every new thing that comes, and they are very happy to
me,
try it.
me, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. And then you have those others like me that are really careful, and I'm waiting always I'm always the last one to take new new trends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but really, you have to be careful. Definitely, it's a risk. Of course, everything is a risk, but you have to be careful in life. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And when it comes to not being able to pay with cash and only being able to pay with card, I mean, some stores had only,
I know.
Swish options
Yeah.
available,
Yeah.
not even card, it had to be
Oh.
through Swish. Some stores had that for
I
a
don't know if
brief
that is.
moment.
Yeah, I don't know if that's legal.
I do not know that.
I
I
don't
do not know if
know.
that's legal either. No, it
Yeah,
can be.
because
I mean,
then they should give you the thing for free if they're not accepting your way of paying.
right. But what if you do not have Swish? Yeah, well then that's your
Exactly.
problem. You cannot buy the
Yeah.
product.
Many
Okay,
elders like me, they
cannot buy
don't
the
have.
item. Yeah, right. No Swish, no item. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the dysfunction of it all, definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but it's I think Sweden maybe is a country that is very advanced in that matter, right? You know, we are very far in that matter. So
yeah.
maybe it's not like that in the US or somewhere else. They are still using cash.
No, I think some countries also only have card options.
Yeah.
I think there are some countries that only have card options, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it depends what kind of areas, or if it's in the suburbs or something like that. If it's in the suburbs, it's a different way of thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think individuals now are being more worried about the future, because we are seeing on social media, on the news, how, well, some stores are bringing back cash options, being able to pay with cash, because individuals, they have raised their voice, they have raised their concerns regarding this matter. It should not be looked down on.
Absolutely.
If anything, it should be looked up on.
Yeah, I mean, I think young people, they are enjoying this thing because they think it's the normal. But I think many young people are also very smart, and they are very bright, and they know that this is not the way it should be, because you are giving up the control of your money to someone else.
Right.
Yeah, and that's concerning.
Right.
It should be.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the banks not having many opening hours? I think they're here where I live. I think they only have 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
Well, my bank is really good because I can reach them like whenever I want, 24 hours. You can call them whenever you want, and they help you with everything. And maybe during the last year, I only had to visit them only one time. No, not during the last year. During the last maybe 3 years, I only visit them once. For every other thing, I have had the need of, help. They have been helping me through the phone. So I haven't felt that it is like it's less good.
Yeah.
But some people feel that it's bad service, or that they don't have many office hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's about the local bank offices. I mean, if you live locally within the area where you live in, but of course they do have 24/7 service as well. That's a discussion for another topic.
Yeah, truly.
We focus on this topic, then fitness and health, and of the questions that we have so far established. So if I move on to the next question, then You run your own business, Holistic WAW Strategies. When it comes to holistic health, the meaning of the word can be perceived in many ways. The word can even draw parallels to mental illness. Why has mental illness increased, and why is it continuing to increase, would you say?
Well, let's take the mental health issue first.
Absolutely.
To me, health is always holistic. It's about the connection between body, soul, and mind. It cannot be divided. You cannot thrive unless those three are in harmony. So as for mental health, I think there are so many factors at play. Maybe a stressful lifestyle, lack of community, and the pressure of social media appearances. Those are just few of why people are disconnected, I would say. And maybe people are also trying to constantly striving for perfection and materialism. Yeah, you feel a lot of pressure to be perfect in the society. I think it really affects the mental health, all of those I mentioned. What I think is we need to prioritize the mental health issue just as much as the physical health and create environment where people feel more supported and loved and appreciated for what they are. But it feels somehow that we are shifting. I think that until the last year, sometimes I felt like this is a hopeless situation with what everything is going on, the social media and the materialism and everything, around it.
Right.
But somehow I feel that we are shifting the trend and people are becoming really tired of the appearance fixation and the materialism. It feels like we are moving more from the materialistic view to truer, or how do you say it, understanding of life.
The more sustainable way of life.
No, more genuine. No more a genuine.
Genuine way of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there is a growing trend among young people who are seeking God more than ever. And I have seen that, with my children and with their friends. And I'm really happily surprised that young people are discussing God because they are so tired of what society has brought them to. It makes me happy, really. And they are, searching for things that they cannot buy for money. Inner peace and, being just genuinely happy, not, this empty happiness that comes with money and clothes. And that's not, that it doesn't have to be bad, but it is bad if it's only that, the only thing that your life is built of. Yeah.
When it becomes like an obsession.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, I also
and
know.
And what did you call this generation? The last generation? I think
that are born
Z?
that are born 2025 and forwards.
No, before.
Generation Alpha, that are born between 2013 and 2024, I would say then, because Generation Beta is
no, it
afterwards.
was not that generation. Because I
Generation Z, Zoomers, between 1997 and 2012. Yeah.
I read an article, and it was also on TV and they said Generation Z, and I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
And what they said was like, this generation is interested in God, and they are interested in seeking more than other generations before. So,
wow,
Have
really?
you read that?
No, I have not. Maybe you can send me a link. You can send it to me. Definitely. We'll exchange some links afterwards.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
And in all of this, I think that more and more people are also realizing that a personal responsibility and also that health is really important. And when I say health, I mean really holistic health, that mental health and physical health, it's really the same thing, just different.
Yeah.
I don't mean the same thing. I mean, it's likewise important.
Yeah. They are both equally important.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
definitely, of course. I mean, I've heard stories as well. I did not know that it was a generational thing, but I have heard stories. I mean, for my generation as well, millennials. I have heard stories about individuals coming closer to God or coming closer to specific religion, religious views, because they have seen what the world has become, and that they preach about the only way is God's way throughout life. I mean, I'm a believer myself. I mean, Syriac Christian Orthodox, so I'm a believer myself, and I do believe in God, but I'm not. How can I say this nicely? But I'm not pushing it forward. I do not have an agenda with it, but I am a believer. Because there are, unfortunately, as obsessions, there are also fanatics when it comes to religion, and that's the very important thing, to have a healthy mind, a healthy way of thinking, having a healthy outlook on life in general. So definitely, and everything you see, everything you hear, depending from which people you see and hear it from, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, but I think much of mental health issues are rooted in the absence of God in our society. We see also a society that is far away from God, maybe is starting to, develop strange problems. I mean, lack of, what do you call it, empathy, and lack of consideration and love and those things. So it becomes really cold and hard without God.
And it's very important to have empathy and to, of course, you meet people and they can be cruel. They can be cruel with their way of thinking and acting and
Of
their
course,
actions, and so definitely. And
we just saw this shooting in Örebro. It was really awful. And
I think a lot of brainwashing is behind that as well.
It could be.
I would say. I mean, why?
Yeah, but you cannot be brainwashed if you have values in life that are rooted in something.
True, though.
Yeah.
No, very horrible. Definitely. No, I think when it comes to society, to the world in its whole, we may have lost our way.
Yeah, but we're coming back.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing. Anyway, that is for another topic. If we move on with the questions within this topic, fitness and health.
Yeah.
We have come to the very last question. Then we will be finished with this interview. So the very last question, if we move on to the next question, then do you have any advice to individuals struggling with their health and wellness?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's really important to start small and be honest with yourself about where you are right now. And don't try to do everything at once. It's about making small changes. Most importantly is consistent changes that gets you from A to B. Focus on the progress, not, being perfect in every step. Just, give yourself, what do you call it?
Time, a tap on the shoulder.
Yeah.
To encourage yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So focus on the progress and try to encourage yourself, and don't be afraid to ask people for help, because wellness is a journey and every little step that is taken matters. Another thing that I would add is to be mindful of where you are getting your information from. So these days, as we have talked about earlier today, it can feel like a jungle, out there in the internet with a lot of information, strange information sometimes. So always look for trusted sources and science-backed, and don't fall for like flashy promises, like quick fixes and solutions, because change takes time. So with that said, I think you will be succeeded if you think like that. You will get to your goal if you're not in a hurry. Just take your time, but be organized and consistent in what you are doing.
If it's usually too good to be true, then it is.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's too good to be true, then it's usually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And the good news is that science shows that we always grow, adapt, and improve, and forming new habits is possible at any age. So because our brain is adaptable, so that it's not because of you are 20 you will succeed, or at any age you can start with new healthy habits, but you need to do it regularly to get results. I mean, if I go to the gym once and then I don't see results, of course I won't see results.
Right.
So you need to do things. You need to schedule it. You need to plan it. You need to do it purposefully. Yeah, but it's worth it. I mean, if you have a goal and you put time and energy to get to that goal, when you are doing the planning, the scheduling, the being consistent with your daily habits, with your exercise and everything around that, I promise you it will be worth it, because you will see results in 1 month. So it depends on what your goal is, but I haven't met anyone that have been consistent with their lifestyle changes that didn't get results. You always get results from doing things, purposefully, with a purpose.
Yeah, no, that's definitely right. Absolutely. It's very important. Yeah, you can think with your heart, but think with your brain as well, and keep everything healthy and sustainable, as mentioned, and have a healthy outlook on life. And again, if it's too good to be true, then it usually is.
Yeah, I agree.
Perfect. Well,
time so be mindful. Be mindful when you get help from people that promise too much. That's really the key.
Yeah, to be mindful. Absolutely. Well, time is running out. And I would like to thank you, Katrin, for being on this podcast and on this episode. On the very first episode of season 2, I might add. Yeah. So thank you for taking your time being on this podcast.
Yeah, thank you very much, Yusuf, for having me, and it's really been a pleasure. It was nice to talk about those topics.
It's a very big topic to discuss, and
yeah,
the time is an issue,
Yeah. We could sit here for hours
Yeah,
talking
right.
about health,
Right.
and society.
Definitely. I mean, that's why it's called society and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, great.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for being on this podcast, Katrin, and we will probably get in touch.
Thank you.
And you have a good one.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.